Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Video game reviews are very popular nowadays on YouTube, and finding a video review for any game is quite simple. But are all of them good? The answer is no. You will find badly made video game reviews out there. These reviews make me wonder why this person bothered to make the video in the first place. Perhaps it's to get in on the video game review bandwagon. Well, today we'll be looking at such a review. Now, to be fair, this video does not use the word review anywhere on the video or outside of it, but a review in its simplest form is a video that showcases the game in question and makes an analysis on it, which I believe this video falls under. This video game review is about the game called the History Channel Civil War. A nation divided, and the reviewer is Scorpion Tank 42. The review is bad at best. I'm making this video to help all those out there who want to make video game reviews to show you what you must not do during a review. I hope you learned something from this. Now, without further ado, let us critique this video.
What is going on, guys? This is Scorpion Tank 42, and I'm here bringing you another gameplay, and I'm sure that probably 98% of you have no idea what game this is.
Though this is not a mistake, must he have said such statistics? It doesn't make you sound smarter at all. A better approach was to simply say that very few people have played it. But what evidence do you have that only 2% have played it? And who exactly is this 2% anyways? So our first lesson, don't make up statistics. Stay with what you know.
8% of you have no idea what game this is. This game is Civil War. It's called History Channel Civil War for the Xbox 360. And I consider this one of the worst first-person shooters for the Xbox that I've played.
Though there is nothing wrong with this statement he said as of now, it will eventually lose credence after a while. So for now, no fault is had.
First-person shooters for the Xbox that I've played. It might be the worst one for the Xbox. I know there's some really bad ones for other consoles, but for the Xbox 360, I think is actually the worst. And you see, this game is really annoying because when you're sniping, well, with any weapon, after you shoot, you have to click the trigger button again to actually reload. So you see me shoot, and then I have to reload.
Here comes our next mistake: biased opinions. He complains that the weapons take too long to reload. This game takes place in the 17th century, and the game seems to aim for realism, yet he expects the game to have the weapons load at unrealistic pacing. Yes, this is a video game, and yes, they could have had the rifles load faster, but it would detract from the game's settings. In other words, just because you don't like it doesn't mean that it is badly executed. It just means you don't know how to play the game properly.
So you see me shoot, and then I have to reload. But again, this game's called History Channel Civil War. It came out around, I think, Call of Duty 2 it came out around.
There are two faults in this statement. Number one, expecting the viewer to know information that you, the reviewer, should be giving them. Number two, instead of giving us the information we need to know, he reflects it with something else he is familiar with. Because I do not play first-person shooters, I do not know the date when Call of Duty 2 came out. Even if I did play Call of Duty 2, why would I need to know when the date of that game came out anyways? The reviewer clearly did not want to do any research beforehand, and expects the viewer to fill in the blanks. What if the person who is watching the review has never played a first-person shooter in his life? What if he is watching this review to get information about first-person shooters? The fact that the reviewer gave us the name of a game instead of a date means that this particular reviewer is not reliable at all when it comes to information.
And it's based on the Civil War. It's probably the only real Civil War game that's came out for the Xbox that I at least know of. And as you see, the weapons take realistic time to reload. Well, not really realistic, but they take a while to reload each time you fire.
When you are making a review, refrain from repeating what you said earlier. It just shows that you have not thought things through enough and are just wasting time. Nobody needs to hear what you said earlier.
And you see the sniper scope goes up really quick. It's actually pretty funny. This game, it's fun to play sometimes because it's just kind of fun to mess around in. As there's some funny parts coming up once I leave this sniping part. But this game's really weird, and like the way you change weapons is, on the Xbox you have to use the D-pad to change.
No, I do not know about changing weapons with a D-pad, because, as stated earlier, I do not play first-person shooters. And no, he will not explain how that works, because he assumes the viewer already knows. Once again, give information to the viewer. The viewer does not share the same thought process as you do.
D-pad to change your weapons, which is kind of annoying. And it's funny how quick the scope comes up as I'm watching this with you guys. The scope just comes up about instantly. Boom. And the reloading thing does get annoying because you have to click it every time.
As stated earlier, repeating is bad. It makes you look like you are struggling for information to pass off. Do not repeat your statements, especially 2 times.
And the missions, this is actually the Gettysburg mission in it. They have a little instructional video before each mission, which is kind of cool. I like how they have that in there to give you some history and facts. But that's basically how it is.
In the time that he made that long pause, he could have given us more information about these introductional videos he mentioned, but instead decided to waste it with silence. Good reviews elaborate when you mention a feature and explain its good and bad points. Don't just pat in the back and say that's about it.
This game is not the worst FPS ever, and I consider this one of the worst first-person shooters for the Xbox that I've played. Since this is basically, you can compare this to Call of Duty 2, but I can't even talk right now, but you can compare this to Call of Duty 2. It's much worse than Call of Duty 2, considering it has no multi.
First of all, I did not understand a word he just said, so when you are making your review, please use proper diction. Second, from what I did understand, he compared this game to Call of Duty 2. This is, once again, error news in his part. Once again, instead of giving us information, he is expecting the viewer to already know it, completely ignoring the fact that the viewer may not know anything about it. Once again referring to myself. No, I cannot compare this game to Call of Duty 2. I am watching this review to see how it plays by itself. I do not care how it compares to another game. That has nothing to do with it. When making your review, refrain from comparing it to other games.
No multiplayer, but considering this game was made by the History Channel, you can't really expect too much. But it was published by Activision, which, as you all know, makes the... Oh, look at that no-scope right there. It actually hit the guy. But, makes the best game ever made, Modern Warfare 2. Sarcasm there. But...
Sarcasm or not, it does not add the review in question. Please stay on topic when you are making your review. Do not ad-lib any lines that have nothing to do with the topic.
But Activision published this along with 95% of the other games in the world. Little exaggeration there, but I don't care.
The fact that you do not care makes me believe that you don't care about the quality of this review as well. A good review is made when the person making it does care. When making a review, please be sure that you actually do want to make it.
As you see, we're actually getting mortared or something here, so I'm waddling out of here because you can't run in this game, at least as far as I know. And then you have the sword in this game, which is pretty funny because this upcoming part, the sword I actually get a decent amount of kills with because I'm actually playing on normal, which is not the easiest difficulty.
Which is an obvious fact. When making your review, please refrain from stating obvious points that the viewer already knows. A review is supposed to educate them, not point the obvious.
See? He's gonna be beating on my teammate. I don't know why. But since the reload time is so long, and you don't die in one bullet, you can basically just run in there and then just completely destroy with the sword. See me, I'm firing my shots here. It's pretty weird because everyone in this game's just standing there reloading. This guy's trying to hit me. I'm just moving back, reloading. No scope that guy. Then I just run in with the sword. And it's pretty funny because look at that. It's better than the gun in this game. This game is...
The last 36 seconds could have been invested in exploring more about the combat abilities with the melee weapon, but instead he just rambled on. In your review, please do not just spout whatever comes to your mind and focus.
This game is really... it's not horrible. I'm not going to say it's that bad. and I consider this one of the worst first-person shooters for the Xbox that I've played. I mean, for when it came out, it actually wasn't that bad of a game. It's just some parts, like, they were trying to make it realistic, but look at this part right here. The realistic part that...
What exactly is not realistic about it? How could it become realistic? These questions should be answered if you mentioned them, but he does not. When making a review, please explain any doubts and solutions you believe should be done.
You see, I'm actually like quick scoping with this pistol here. Like right there, boom. This is actually pretty fun using this thing right here. This game's actually not horrible considering when it came out. And I consider this one of the worst first-person shooters for the Xbox that I've played. But considering it's for the Xbox 360, and if you want to compare this to Call of Duty 2, it's no real comparison. But, alright guys, I'm just going to let the last 20 seconds or so play out, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
And Boss ends the review. To sum up his review, he complains about little things, and does not go into detail why he compares the game to another that has nothing to do with it. He rambles on, he contradicts himself, and is completely biased on the game. It is no wonder this video has over 1,000 thumbs down in contrast to the over 100 thumbs up. So my advice when making a review is to elaborate on details. Do not make the same mistakes Scorpion and Tank did. Do some research, and explain as much as you can. Remember, people watch reviews to get information they do not know about. Give them the information they need. Well, that is all for today. Thank you for watching.